Hi, Terry Young here, your Federal Member for Longman, and welcome to today's National Australia Day flag event.
So the reason for today's visit to document the Flag Day event up at the Caboolture Historical Village is to record for everyone these amazing letters which go to make up the word Australia and which were coloured for World Expo 88 by Ken Doan and are really quite stunning.
Moving on, the Caboolture Historical Society was formed in 1957. In the early 1970s, the Society created the Caboolture Historical Village.
It's actually owned by the Caboolture Historical Village on loan to this function here today celebrating the 80th anniversary of the Battle of the Coral Sea.
At Camp Victoria Park in Brisbane during the Second World War. There were two large, very prominent flagpoles situated quite close together at the front entrance. The United States of America flag flew from one flagpole and the Australian flag flew from the other. As a young lad, I can vividly remember those two flags flying aloft and free during the darkest days of World War II. It is believed that the large framed Australian flag, which is displayed here today, is in fact that very flag which flew over General MacArthur's headquarters at Camp Victoria Park during World War II. Victoria Park is 64 hectares of open space in Brisbane's inner city, spanning across the suburbs of Hurston, Kelvin Grove and Spring Hill. During World War II, Victoria Park was used as a military camp and was home to many hundreds of American soldiers based in Brisbane. There were also several hundred civilian Australians that worked in that particular camp. The headquarters building formed part of the RAAF Southwest Pacific Command Headquarters and Operations Centre. This building was very important as from there many battle plans were plotted, including plans for the famous Battle of the Coral Sea. The historic flag was found in 1946 after the end of the war in the attic of the Camp Victoria headquarters building. I can remember I used to go past there in the bus and everybody forgot about the building after the end of the war, and you'd have derelicts sleeping in it and everything else, so thank goodness that the flag was up in the attic. To help overcome a degree of homesickness, an American War Brides Association from Florida in America requested from the Australian government an Australian flag that they could display at their regular meetings to help maintain a link to Australia. This historic flag, which had been located back in 1946, was sent by the Australian government to the American War Brides Association in 1954. Due to a decline in membership of the American War Brides Association and also the return to Australia by one of its most prominent members, the flag was sent back here in 1974. All parties involved felt that this historic Australian flag deserved a place of honour in Australia, and so it was donated to the Caboolture Historical Society, knowing that the flag would be treasured and displayed for all to see at the Caboolture Historical Village.
Just prior to the Australia Day event starting, I just thought I would nip in to the Military Museum here and just give a little bit of a feel of the quite amazing collection that is to be found at the Caboolture Historical Village in this part of their many displays.